Woohoo! Smackdown, baby! What is up? Thank you all for joining us. This is another edition of Dirt Sheet Radio recapping Smackdown. I am Nick LaRocco, otherwise known as Tamatonga's Amazing Promo, and I am, of course, joined by some amazing people. We got John Escudero, we got Mac Burns, and we got Alex the Cog Garcia. Fellas, how is it going? Please introduce yourselves in that very order.
What up, everybody? It's John Escudero. You might know me, you might not know me. It doesn't bother me either way. I'm here with the Smackdown crew to talk about Smackdown tonight.
I'm Mac. I'm Curbside Hero. You've seen my face.
Hey, everybody. This is only my second time. I'm the poser of the group. I'm the guy who just wants to hop over and talk wrestling since I don't get a chance to always talk comics. And you guys seem kind of fun, so what's up?
Oh man, you are with the group to be hanging out with and talking wrestling.
Oh yeah,
but fellas, we had an amazing episode of SmackDown. Mac, you want to take us through that main event?
Yeah, sure. Main event of the show was supposed to be a 6-man tag match between the bloodline of Tamatonga, Tongaloa, and Jacob Fatu versus Kevin Owens and DIY. But before the match could start, Kevin was in the ring, and DIY's music hit, but they were attacked stage by the bloodline. Jacob Fatu giving a running Samoan butt splash to Ciampa and sending him directly to Super Hell was awesome.
That's exactly what Alpha and Sika used to call it, I'm sure.
The Samoan butt splash.
Lord over in wrestling circles. Haku used to pull it out in bar fights.
But Kevin is standing in the ring watching his two independent wrestling buddies get killed backstage, and just decides to walk up the entranceway and just fight all of them as they come out. And of course, Kevin gets overwhelmed because it's 3-on-1, and Street Profits save for Kevin, and they all brawl ringside and each other for a few minutes, and then GM Nick Aldis, the best general manager across all brands, comes out and says that DIY can't compete, so the Street Profits are going to take his place. Are you laughing at the Hulk,
on the side?
The Hulk Hogan thing? You laughing at that?
Yeah, it worked for me, brother.
Yeah. Profits and the Bloodline have a pretty standard tag team match with the heels getting the heat on the Profits for most of the match, leading to the hot tag for Owens. Ran wild in this match for like a good 2 minutes. He had a frog splash from the apron, a cannonball in the corner, a swanton bomb, and then a stunner before he was pulled out of the ring by Tongaloa and thrown into the steps for a disqualification. We had a big schmoz where Montez hit the huge splash over the top rope, but the Bloodline ended up overwhelming the baby faces. They go to put Kevin through a table, but DIY comes limping out to the ring. They get taken out by the Bloodline. They turn their attention to Kevin again, try to put him through the table again, but Cody Rhodes out with a chair and makes a save. He takes out the tag team champions, gets in the ring, has a stare down with Jacob. Jacob Fatu super kicks the chair out of Cody's hand, but Cody hits the Cody cutter and bails. And then we have, for sort of fourth time in like a month, he turned on. I feel like now that Cody is aligned with, we might see the Owens heel turn, but we didn't see it here. He hugged Cody to end the show.
Ass
What
cheeks. I'm tired. I'm so fucking tired. Jesus, I hate these repeat segments over and over. Is it gonna do it? Isn't it gonna do it?
John, it's the emphasis.
God, I hate it.
They did it the Friday before Bash in Berlin. They did it at Bash in Berlin, and now they're doing it again. And it's like,
you don't get away with 3, bro. You get away with 2. And then the third one you do it. That's how stories fucking work. I hate this place sometimes. Damn it.
I just love Cody's
breaking the mold, man. They're not just, they don't want to just give it to you.
Oh yeah, breaking the mold by making it suck. That's exactly what we're looking for.
We appreciate politician Cody's instinct to want to shake hands first and not be like, "Why are you aiming that at me? Why do you want to hit me with a chair?"
Yeah.
Why is he Cody's an idiot though. Man has been standing behind him with a chair.
Dude literally picked up where Sting left off and trusting the wrong people.
Yeah.
No, but he's an asshole. He's got he's supposedly Kevin Owens' friend. He probably didn't talk to him about this Roman Reigns thing at all. He's got what's coming to him.
Yeah. Cody's standing there. He's like, Why are you holding that chair? I know I'm now friends with the guy that tried to kill you for 4 years, but why are you holding that chair?
This is my friend Kevin. He really likes steel chairs. I'm not sure what his thing is with them, but
look at the craftsmanship on this, Cody.
He's the chairman.
Well, it could also be him saying, "Hey, depending on what my contract extension looks like, I'm going to hit him with the chair or not."
I would like that. I'm not sure that there's we've talked about this on other shows. I don't think there's a possibility of Kevin Owens leaving, honestly, regardless of how cool he is. Bro, he had an opportunity to do it. He didn't. He got the Steve Austin match. So he's going to be forever grateful for getting that match. Yeah. And he's going to stick around because they gave him his dream.
Yeah.
I would not hold out hope for him going to AEW. It's not like he needs money either. He's been getting paid pretty well for a long time.
Who wants to go perform in half-filled stadiums?
A lot. Actually, a lot of people who don't want to perform cartoon stuff.
No, I know.
Yeah,
you guys are gay. If I was, you couldn't touch me, brother. I'm too fucking sexy. Jesus.
I mean, is he offering? Where do you live, man?
Are you soliciting? You can send your address over.
Yeah. Kevin, just, I don't know, man. This just didn't work for me. When he had the chair behind him, I was like, oh, he's going to hit him. All right, third time's a charm. And then I was like, no. Oh, shit, he hugged him.
Like he booked
I was like, what is this? Dude, I literally took my remote control and threw it across the room onto my chair. I was like, what is this shit, dude?
Dude, this was so different from the Kevin Owens from the very start of the match, because Kevin Owens was willing to take on who were being booked as the three, big killers, and he was just like, I don't care if it's just me, I'm stepping up and I'm gonna fight you guys. And he did that, and it looked so cool, it looked so badass. And then now we have him just like, I'm not gonna hit you, Cody. Let's hug it out instead. Come on.
The whole story of the Bash at Berlin match was Kevin Owens got to find his prize fighter again. And it's been weeks, and he's still fucking pussyfooting around. So fucking annoying, this Triple H style.
Things can't happen at a regular show, man. They're saving it for Bloodline. They're saving it for, what is it, Blood?
Bad Blood?
That gives you no reason to watch the weekly show. If that was the logic, which thankfully it isn't. They've been pretty good at sprinkling important plot points onto the weekly television shows, which is I'm sure this Cody Kevin thing is gonna happen on an episode of SmackDown, because they won't be crossing paths on a pay-per-view before that, unless he runs out for say Eve or some stupid shit.
I can totally see him interfering in the match at the next pay-per-view and just saying fuck it.
That's next no, that's 2 weeks from now. Jesus.
It's approaching.
You know what, John? Don't worry about it. We can. We don't have to worry about this in 4 more months. We can relearn the lyrics to "Unsettling Differences." Okay.
Yeah, that's never gonna happen, my friend.
I know it's not. I know.
I don't even know what that is.
It's Kevin Steen's old Ring of Honor theme.
Good time.
That's a big joke. I'm a huge Kevin Steen mark. I watched Kevin Steen and Generico for years. I used to go to Edison in Philadelphia on a regular basis.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, that's essentially why a lot of people would prefer to see him leave, just so he can do that again. And I mean, as a fan, I'd love to see that. But as a person who cares about their own emotions, I'd rather not get myself hyped up for something that's not gonna happen.
Well, not just that, but he's past that. He can't do those matches anymore.
Yeah. I wouldn't. I don't know that he Because, I mean, coming up, he was big with the ladder matches and El Generico. It wasn't like he was a big fucking street fight guy, though. It was just they would do big blood feuds and they would blow off with big stuff.
Yeah.
But essentially, he was more of a character worker anyway. And especially towards the later years, like after he broke up with El Generico and they did the Scum and all that stuff.
Rest in peace, El Generico.
Rest in peace. But yeah, man. I guess, Alex, what did you think of this main event segment, though? Like just this stuff that happened at the end of SmackDown.
I enjoy this storytelling aspects. I get that you guys are probably sick of it. You're tired of when is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? The point of this episode was what happened in the stadium. That was the whole point of this episode, and also to bring up to show how strong the bloodline is. I mean, they're taking out 2 tag teams, running through the Street Profits, running through DIY, which to me is still the funniest name for a tag team. And to just keep this going, keep this Cody Rhodes KO thing brewing, because I think it's going to culminate at the pay-per-view. I think KO is going to run out and smack the shit out of Cody with a chair and just be like, "I'm tired of all of you. I'm back to being Jericho's tag team partner, KO. I'm just going to be an asshole." And I gotta look forward to it. I look forward to it.
I wouldn't even say he's wrong. Essentially, he's going to go out there and smack Cody with the chair for teaming with Roman, who's one of Kevin's like years-long enemies, not even rivals. Like they tried to kill him.
See what he did to me?
That's a man who's looking at it like, I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to fuck him up when it matters most.
But again, it's not.
Which is in line with Kevin Owens' character over the years. Sorry, John, go ahead.
I was going to say that's less the problem. Like, the problem isn't always how long they drag it out, even though that lately is Triple H's thing. The more problem is that we're doing the same segment over and over and over again. So it's like you can tell this story with a little bit more effort, and you'd have a little, and I would not have that feeling. But I guess I don't know. I've been watching this for 20 years, but also this has happened 3 times or 30 years. This has happened 3 times in the last 4 weeks. So it's a lot. It's really noticeable. But yeah, no, that's Triple H. Triple H worked as a heel in the WWE for a long time, and in an era where you were taught to drag it out and make them want it all the way until they don't even want it anymore. Hold on to that headlock, hold on to that headlock, and that's kind of the way his storytelling is. Hold on to that headlock. It's like, dog, hold on to these nuts, bro. Please do something.
Compare to the goated Davey Boy Smith chinlock.
I'm saying though. But yeah, no, I guess Nick, what'd you think?
You know what? I thought, all in all, the match itself pretty good for what it needed to be. I, again, will always throw out there, anytime we get to see what Angelo Dawkins can do in there is just awesome. And the way, too, that him and Jacob Fatu were working together as the 2 big powerhouses, I loved it. Again, that's a meat match I think a lot of people aren't talking about, but we need to get something like that right away. And can we take a moment, too, the amount of times that Jacob Fatu was basically face planting onto the ring posts. I mean, that was nuts. The dude's crazy with what he's willing to do. And again, it just goes to show the Samoan Werewolf is absolutely one of a kind, and I absolutely appreciate it. Look at that. Look at that on the side there. Like, this guy is a whole other level beast. And again, that's the guy who I think is going to be taking this whole Bloodline Civil War by storm. Yeah, that's just crazy athleticism for a guy with that size. And look at that. He's insane, and I love him. He's awesome. He's amazing.
Flying Samoan blood splash. You love to see it. You gotta hear JR call the Samoan blood splash.
That crushes face back out.
So we might as well whip it back to the beginning of the show, though.
Yeah. So SmackDown started off with a cold open. The Bloodline being patted down before they were walking into the building. Nobody seemed to have a problem with it, but Jacob Fatu takes offense to one of the security guards and just decides to destroy them all.
One of the security guards was a friend of Dirt Sheet Radio, Manny Lemons.
Oh, shit. I didn't even see him out there. What up, Manny?
So he kicks them, destroys all of the security guards, and throws one of them over like a barrier and just murders everybody. It was so cool. Like he's the wild card. I love Jacob's character. Like you never know what he's gonna do. Jacob falls in line with like what Solo wants, but like what he wants to do. So it's
We
kinda
keep
like
losing you.
Mac, we're losing your
I
audio
didn't
here.
hear. I didn't hear a damn thing you said there.
try this again.
Yeah, boy. He was talking about Jacob Fatu opening SmackDown and beating the shit out of people for no reason because that's what he do.
That's what he
Can
does
you hear me
best.
now?
If you're gonna open the show, kill him.
Yes, sir, Mr. Verizon
Okay.
man.
Good.
So what I was saying is that I love that Jacob like does what he wants to do, but also falls in line with what Solo wants him to do. It's a nice juxtaposition.
Yeah, I think that. Then I guess we went right into the LA Knight versus Andrade
Yeah.
United States Championship match.
What a hell
Yeah.
of a match, man! Hell of a match.
Actually was, really was.
Yeah, it was really-
They kind of fucked the finish, or I guess not they. LA Knight did.
LA Knight kind of fucked the finish, yeah. Jump
Well,
into the top rope looking for a suplex and miss
Bro.
twice.
Stop.
Slipping, jumping back up, slipping
Stop.
again.
Just stop going up there, dog. I'm scared he's gonna fucking kill himself. This is not the first time he tries to do that hop step and almost dies. And it's just like climb like a normal person. Like we will not judge you for it. Just
He's trying to be Shelton Benjamin.
like,
Yeah, I know,
bro,
right?
you're like 48, dog. Like, like just climb, bro. Nobody. It's okay.
40s.
Oh yeah. You tell me, motherfucker. How'd you feel when you woke up this morning?
I feel a-okay. I feel a-okay. I want to
Bad,
know that
okay? I
shit.
feel bad every day.
Yes, I know. I know.
But,
hey, it's either way. It's gonna get you one way or another, man. Age comes for everyone, so stop hopping over the top rope and climb it before you die and make your knees hate you even more.
It looked like they kind of like improvised on the fly because LA Knight got down and Andrade went for like a shotgun drop kick. And,
Yeah.
LA Knight moved out of the way. He turned around, he hit the BFT, and we went home.
So
Yeah.
whatever the miscommunication that was at the end, it didn't stop there, right?
No, that just goes to show what two experienced veterans can do in the ring together.
Hold on, because this is real funny. I'm trying to find the clip after the match.
Them
You
trying to
guys
decide
saw
if they're
that
gonna
shit.
shake hands or fist bump was like,
Oh, yeah.
Andrade fucking grabs his hand. He's like,
I
we're
didn't see
going to
that. I didn't see
shake.
that.
We are going to shake.
I didn't see that.
Dude, he gripped his hand up fucking crazy style, dude. It was
I'm gonna find the clip right now. They're gonna fucking.
it was fucking nuts, dude.
He's like, give me that. What the hell? Tiffany Stratton looks very nice tonight. She looks very nice tonight. Thank you for coming, Tiffany Stratton. You made SmackDown a better
Anytime.
place. Well, I'm gonna find it right now. I'm gonna take this off screen so I can search. But
So, do you want me
you
to
talk.
do what they?
yeah,
I'll just move on. So backstage, we come back from the commercial, and Carmelo Hayes is walking backstage. Carmelo runs into Andrade and says, "Yeah, hey man, what was that? If that was me, I would have won the title." Andrade tries to walk away, and Carmelo says, "Hey man, fries in the bag, you're washed." And they start to fight, and they're separated by security. And it's announced immediately after that we are going to get Carmelo Hayes versus Andrade Part 6 next week on SmackDown.
you can see it in the corner there. He goes to give him a fist bump.
Fist bump,
And Andrade's
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
shake my hand like a fucking man, because this is wrestling and that's actually really important. But LA Knight doesn't want to shake his hand for some strange reason. And Andrade's like, you're not playing me on television. That happened live. And I'm not sure what the fuck. Like,
Andrade, is going to threaten someone backstage following that.
I mean, he's been known to deal with
Right.
what he has to deal with.
Where is Sammy Guevara? I want to slap him.
He was acting like a bitch.
I don't know. I really enjoyed this match, and I knew going into this match, as we're watching, it was LA Knight's charisma against Andrade's better in-ring presence, because Andrade has no charisma to me. It's just if he has the nerve ever to grab, if he ever grabs a mic, I'm always just like, don't stop, please. But
Save yourself.
Yeah, but LA Knight, I mean, the guy, as you can see, can't do a big spot. He's technically sound. He's great with that. But like even before when he did that hop up, he jumped from the second rope to the top rope to do his elbow, and you could tell that was like, yeah, this is my spot right here. And Andrade's like that's like basic shit, bro.
Drop kick that Andrade missed was terrible. He looked like he jumped into a pool with no water. That was, oh God, dude, he just splatted. I remember going, oh Jesus, I never want to take that bump.
Right, but I mean, I felt like that was LA Knight fucking up. I think he was supposed to land it.
It absolutely was.
Right.
Yeah, but
that's what I'm saying. It's
get him off my screen. I'm sorry. No, it's fucked up. He's over as fuck. He's over as fuck. Everybody loves LA Knight, so he can get away with some mess ups here and there. He'll be okay. Yeah. Nobody's gonna remember this.
Did you guys notice with this part in particular, Andrade with his sweaty, watered down hair just starts going all over the camera, and the camera lens just progressively more moist.
Yeah.
He actually whipped his whole shit into the camera for the last like fifth. Right now, he's gonna whip his whole shit. I was gonna cut off.
Dang it.
Yeah, but
the whole hair just right in the camera. There we go.
Right now,
and it's all wet. That's just his sweat and water.
It's like 30 seconds of it like that too. Like they didn't do anything about it. But what was next, Mac?
So next was the epic Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns meeting in the middle of Bobby Dodd Stadium for cool. Where the Georgia Tech plays their college football games. This was crazy. This felt like a WrestleMania, like night one of WrestleMania promoting night two of WrestleMania. So the whole thing went down. Roman gets out of like 7 SUVs. Cody pulls up in just one car. They both come to the center of the field. Roman says he played football and shed blood in this stadium, so it belongs to him. He says he shed blood in this city for most of his life, so the city belongs to him. And he says to Cody, "What have you ever done?" Cody says that his family bled here for years, in stadiums down the road, in arenas down the road.
Shout out to the Omni.
Yeah. And that while Roman was playing football and bleeding, he then went to the beach. He said, this is his home. Atlanta, GA belongs to him. Roman says that the bloodline took everything from him. They took Jimmy. They took his wise man. They took his Umafala. And for the first time in his life, he has absolutely nothing to lose.
So who was in the other cars?
I don't know.
Why come with so many cars?
I'll tell you, it was the Rock and his ego.
The Rock and his dreams of a DC universe.
That's right. Shazam Part 2, Shazam Part 3, Dr. Fate Part 7.
So Cody says to Roman, he says, I told you before WrestleMania that you would be standing right here, a chief without a tribe, and I kept my promise. Cody says that Roman needs to take a look around at WWE. He was gone for 6 months. We already have a tribal chief. We have a WWE champion, and it's not him. Cody says that Roman was the huge box office attraction, but not anymore. He's not the guaranteed main event of WrestleMania, and right now, he's just a guy on the WWE roster named Roman Reigns. Roman asks Cody what he wants. Cody says, I want you to have my back. Roman says, I'll have your word at the pay-per-view, but when it's all done, I'm taking back what's mine, the WWE Championship. Roman goes to walk away. Cody steps in front of him and says that the championship is not his to take. Roman says he needs to get out of his life forever. And they walk off.
I actually like the way it came off on TV because it kind of implies that there's going to be a future confrontation. Because I guess Cody was standing. They did a little movie thing. Cody standing in front of him, and he's like, "You get out of my way." And then Cody moves. He's like, "No." Oh no, he's like, "You're in my way." And then Cody moves, and then he's like, "No, you're in my way in life." And then he just walks away. He has to kill him then. That's the only option.
I don't know. The best comment I heard all night was from my son. I was watching it with him, and he barely really knows WWE. So he just looks at it and goes, "Is that Butcher against Homelander?"
Yeah, that's a good shout. Yeah.
I love this though.
Yeah, it was great,
I love
man.
this.
I fucking loved it.
I love all of this. music. I talked about it. It really adds to the music, the ambiance. It looks like they shot this on iPhone or something. It looks great. I fucking loved it.
It was pure
No, I mean,
cinema there.
I was definitely explaining
Yeah.
that to my son because my son was sitting there going, "Why are they doing this? This is just wrestling." And I said, "It's not just wrestling, buddy. It's not just wrestling. This is high promo stuff. Like you said, this is something that makes you think of a WrestleMania, but yet we're promoting
Bad blood.
Bad blood, right? But this is how important this match is because this is setting up the eventual rematch between these two. So I'm excited for it, and I don't even care about college football, but I could feel the tingles of being in such a eclectic stadium, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, if you go to the YouTube video of it, there's a comment by Valdis044. Shout out to you if that's you listening to this right now. But he just says, "Nah, this is not a promo. This is literally cinema," and I could not agree more.
They ultimately, all these things are true, but in the end, it's a TV show, and they should treat it like one. So these things are welcome, and they shouldn't just be. It shouldn't just be for big storylines, and it shouldn't just feel like this headed into WrestleMania. This should not, and not every promo should be like this either. But they should use a lot more production value when it comes to promos because wrestlers are not all good actors. Honestly, 95% of them are bad actors, and it's really bad to hear them reading these scripts live sometimes. It's like sounding like a robot when you can do the same thing like they did with Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest. Maybe this Monday or the week before that when she spoke Spanish. That promo would have fucking sucked. Like normally, but they gave it music and they threw clips over it and a filter, and you can probably do takes and cut things in and out, and it comes off really good. Like I said, it's a fucking television show, and I'm happy to see it treated like one.
Yep.
Finally. What did you think?
No, I
because you were gonna talk.
I was just gonna say like it was like shot on an iPhone. You know, maybe a couple of little extra things like they're doing with the 28 Days Later sequel. That's really not shot on an iPhone. But
that's funny as hell, man.
I know. But no, this felt like, you know, I feel like they should have saved this for maybe like the Royal Rumble or something, but I'm sure they'll do something, you know, because there were rumors going around earlier this week that it might be Cody and Roman at the Royal Rumble for the title.
It sounds like a Saudi Arabia match. Honestly.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, but yeah, man, this was just great. You could. These two are like wrestling soulmates. Like both of their matches, 39 and 40. You know, the first when you didn't have all the smoke and mirrors at the end of 40. They've always had good matches together. So, you know,
I would argue the smoke and mirrors are what made 40. But
well, they did. But I'm saying like just
is that a Cody reference? Smoke and mirrors.
No, but I'm saying what I'm saying is just based on wrestling, not like the whole overall show. Just based on like working with each other in the ring. I feel like they have really good matches. So I'm all for this, man. Like the roles are reversed now. Cody's the champion. Cody has everything to lose. Roman has nothing to lose. Yeah, it's I like it. I like it a lot.
They took my wise man.
That's right.
I mean,
he's my son.
He's around.
I was expecting to see R-Truth. I was expecting to see R-Truth jump out. Like, where's Jimmy?
But
bro, what the fuck is up with Rikishi saying "pray for Jimmy" this week? And then Sean Ross Sapp is like, "Have you talked to your son? He's fine."
I mean, honestly, what the fuck does Sean Ross Sapp know, right? That Rikishi doesn't. But
I mean, hey, why can't you pray for Jimmy?
Yeah, maybe he just wants people to pray for Jimmy.
All right. Well, up next, Kevin Owens was shown backstage with Byron Saxton watching the television, watching the same promo that we watched, and
actually watching it too.
Yeah,
not like Bret Hart style.
Oh, like this. He asked Kevin what he thinks about the whole situation between Cody and Roman teaming at Bad Blood. Owen says that if he has anything, doesn't say anything, and he walks away. That led us into Apollo Crews defeating Giovanni Vinci for the second week in a row.
Rematch.
Yeah, that's
This
right.
this match went a little bit longer with Apollo rolling up Vinci after Vinci looked like he was going for either a power bomb or a DVD for the 3 count, and afterwards Vinci attacks Crews and hits him with a stalling brainbuster, and stood tall, but he's 0-2 since re-debuting on the main roster. What did you think about this, Nick?
You know, as someone who's got that Italian lineage, it's nice to see an Italian represented on there. Not so nice for our Italian representative to get absolutely creamed every single week.
Yeah.
And even when he went away, he got absolutely obliterated. So it feels like this is just going to be par for the course for Giovanni Vinci. But you know what? Remember, some must die so others may live. And if that's the role he must have, hey, he can excel in that. But we also say, too, he's got a tremendously good suplex.
Oh, and by the way, he came out with no clothes this week like last week. He was smart. I like a smart heel. He came out with no tracksuit or anything, so he would not get fucked up this week.
Exactly. He got fucked up anyway because he's just dumb. I thought he was fine. I think it's fine. Like I said, when he got rolled up last time, I thought it was better than seeing him just have a fucking straight up match with Apollo Crews.
Yeah.
As okay as it might be, it's just it's WWE. You have to do sprinkles and seasoning and shit. And that was a lot more entertaining than yeah. And then let's see where they're actually leading with this. I don't know if I don't know how you pay something like this off, but
I think this is just there for people to go to the bathroom. Sorry,
maybe
it does happen.
I mean, you got to give some time to decompress following that just amazing movie that we all watched.
Yeah. Did you guys have any other thoughts on this, Alex?
I'm just gonna say this: where you're having a guy job to a guy who can't ever get over. This is a waste. This is gonna go nowhere, and I feel bad for both of them because Apollo Crews should still be in NXT, and this guy probably should be maybe working with Gunther's people. I forget their names, but those guys, because I think he'd fit in nicely with them. That's just
John, wasn't there rumors like maybe a couple weeks ago? I don't know if you and I talked about it. I don't know if I brought it up, but that Apollo Crews' contract is coming up soon.
I am honestly not sure if it's coming up soon or not. I just know that they're probably waiting for it to happen. And
Well,
I don't know what's going to happen when it does.
Because I saw on Twitter a whole bunch of people posting like UA Nation. And for people who don't know, UA Nation was his independent wrestling name, and saying that his contract was coming up soon. I didn't see anything like, solid or anything, but there was a report out today that there are 15 WWE contracts coming up very soon, and WWE is pushing hard to sign all of those wrestlers back. So maybe he's one of them. I don't know.
I mean, we'll see. But they did re-sign Angel Garza and Humberto. So, maybe.
Yeah.
They absolutely love UA Nation, so hey, they probably keep him.
Yeah. After this, Kevin Owens is sitting on a crate backstage, looking like a sad dog, and he's asked again by Byron Saxon, who just won't leave this man alone, about the Cody, Rhodes, and Roman situation. And Kevin gets up and he goes to say something, and he says, "You know what, Byron?" He goes, "If I say something, I'm going to say it in the ring." So, Kevin comes out to the ring to discuss the Cody and Roman situation. Before he can say anything, he's interrupted by the Bloodline. Tama Tonga comes out and does a on the microphone, which was shocking.
Amazing pipe bomb that man dropped. Truly a one-of-a-kind microphone legend.
Thomas says last week Roman and Cody embarrassed Solo, and that was a big mistake, and they'll pay at Bad Blood. But Thomas says that Owens is going to get what he has coming by orders of the tribal chief. Owens gets on the microphone and says, "Nobody here paid a ticket to hear you talk ever." Back, and Owens fends off the tag team champions, and he stares face to face with Jacob. They go at it for a second, but the numbers game overwhelms Owens until DIY makes the save. They hit the Shatter Machine on Tonga Loa, and Nick Aldis comes out to break up the fight and makes DIY in KO versus the Bloodline for the main event of SmackDown. What did you think about this, Alex?
I was really into this because you want to keep the Bloodline looking strong. You want to give that this whole what's going on with KO. He's got all this emotional crisis going on. Who's in his corner? Because I'm sitting here going, where's Randy Orton in all this? You know, where's he going? And is Sami Zayn going to show up? No, we get DIY that suddenly shows up to help him out. And of course, if you notice, they make sure to maintain Jacob Fatu's face. He takes like no bumps in this, but he is just wrecking shit, and it's just fun to watch because the guy's a beast. Like you mentioned earlier, he's just a monster in the ring, and you just want to see that guy just keep kicking ass. And so then I wanted them to go straight into a match. I wanted the GM to just be like, "Yo, ring the bell, match start, go."
I thought that's where they were going.
But they said, okay, let's delay it because then they set it up later on where DIY gets their asses kicked, and then the Street Profits have to come in, making the Bloodline look even stronger because they mollywop them as well. DIY comes out again, they get their asses just running through tag team divisions, man, just like nothing. So I love this because this Bloodline is still establishing themselves as a threat, and to me tonight they showed they can wreck shit, and I dug it.
Absolutely. I mean, look at this shot right here of just Jacob Fatu with the fire behind him. And even though Tama Tonga's cutting the absolute greatest promo in the history of professional wrestling, even better than Tonga Loa's promo, which is crazy. Like, just look at the presence that Jacob Fatu has. He's not saying or doing anything, yet I'm looking at this guy. And again, it's that like Minoru Suzuki philosophy of like, this is a scary dude that you don't want to mess with.
The one thing I took away from this was how shockingly silent the crowd was when DIY hit the ring. There was no pop when they hit the ring. It was like when Deonna Purrazzo came out for that match against Mickie James on Raw, and she was still in NXT, and no one in the crowd, you could have heard a pin drop. I was like, oh my God. I almost wrote it in the review, but I didn't want to I didn't want to cause tribalism, but I was like, DIY comes out to absolutely no pop.
We went from Luke Harper to Tama Tonga.
That was but yeah, have any other comments on setting up the main event, John?
No.
All right, so we're I guess we're moving on then. All right, we're moving on. So up next, we had Bayley talking backstage with Naomi. They said that so somewhere between last week and this week, it turned into if Naomi, whoever got pinned by Nia Jax or Tiffany Stratton, was leaving SmackDown. But then I sent John a message on the DSR SmackDown page of WWE Instagram page saying, are they leaving SmackDown tonight? And it was a picture of Bayley and walking, and the caption said, Naomi or Tiffany Stratton beat Bayley and Naomi tonight. Bayley and Naomi are leaving SmackDown. And I was like, when did that happen?
They changed the fucking rules, man.
Yeah.
And then it didn't even factor in. So it was like, why did we even, what was the point of clarifying and changing and making this like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
They won't expect it, bro.
But as they were walking down to the ring, they changed the rules again, as Nick Aldis said that it was going to be a tornado tag team match so that both Naomi and Bayley would both have an opportunity to be in the ring at the same time and possibly pin at the, get equal opportunities at getting pinfalls and stuff. We didn't see much dissension between Bayley and Naomi. There was one sequence where Bayley was holding Tiffany Stratton by her arms, and Naomi hit the disaster kick, and Bayley went for the cover, and she pulled her off, and they started arguing, but then quickly went to a commercial, the picture-in-picture. But when we came back, they wrestled for a little bit while longer. In the finish, it was a little botchy because it looked like Naomi was under the rope, but Jessica Carr counted it anyway. Yeah. Naomi and Bayley pinned Nia Jax together to get the win and save their jobs on SmackDown. Then when we came back from the commercial, Aldis, instead of making a triple threat match, said that Bayley and Naomi will fight next week to see who faces Nia Jax at Bad Blood for the WWE Women's Championship. I personally thought it was going to be a triple threat match if you're doing a finish like that. But I don't know. What did you guys think, Nick?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it definitely felt like the way that they would jump from, into like that triple threat match. So this just was so awkwardly done. Like, it felt like it was a slow tilt into whatever this was. And then the referee was like, should I count this? Should I not count this? I'm going to count it. And that delay made it even more awkward.
Because she's not supposed to count this, which is
Exactly.
fucked up. Like, I think they told her in her ear, just count it, but she wasn't supposed to count this. Like, it's her. They trained her not to count this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's not her fault that she's going by her fucking instincts,
The training. And on top of that, too, I mean, this wasn't the only thing that felt awkward in this match. There were a couple other instances.
Yeah.
And it seemed like they were so lost and like, okay, so we just did this fifth thing. Now, where do we go from here? And we all know that that's something that would have absolutely upset the Macho Man Randy Savage if Ricky Steamboat was doing that during the WrestleMania 3 match.
I wrote it all down.
Supposed to study it.
Yeah, so I mean, the match had issues. I thought it was it was kind of butt cheeks.
Major issues.
Major. I would not associate major issues with this match. And then, of course, in the finish, they did it way too close to the end of the ring, so you fucked it again. Second match would have fucked finish tonight, but it did get the story across, I guess. Nia got pinned. She's confused if he's out there. She didn't do enough. At one point, Bayley did pull Naomi off a pin, right? So they already had tension between them. So next week, when they have their match, which I'm sure will be much better than this, we'll see some emotional investment, and maybe we'll finally get that Naomi heel turn that they have been teasing since she first started dealing with Bayley.
Oh, and by the way, what led to Nia Jax's pin is Tiffany Stratton. Nia was going to go for the Annihilator. She was pushed off, and Bayley went for the cover on Nia. She went for the Swanton Bomb. She hit Nia. Nia rolled across the ring. And she rolled out, and that's when Naomi and Bayley pinned her. So her getting hit with the Swanton was what led to her getting pinned. So they're kind of continuing that tension.
Yeah. Right. So I mean, the idea was there, but the execution was
right. Yeah. No, that's how I felt about it. This was a story match. They said, make sure you do these 2 or 3 things. Make sure you cause some tension between each tag team, because we're also building towards the eventual Nia Tiffany feud. Yeah, so it's all just setting up that stuff. No one, because honestly, these are 4 wrestlers I don't give a damn about, but they're trying to do something with them. Yeah, and which I get. I mean, but if it was up to me, what's in the Kairi Sane and Ivo Sky would still have the belt and would have never lost it to Bayley. Because I've just never, ever since this shit, that Bayley, I don't give a damn about Bayley.
She came out with the tassels again tonight. That was a nice little.
I saw that. It made me laugh.
I need it back. I can't wait. The day the Bayley buddies come back, just for that one day, I'm gonna lose my shit. Love Bayley.
I used to have to set those things up at a store. So no,
I was there. I was there the night she made her main roster debut, and I remember it was kind of spoiled. It wasn't spoiled, but you saw them set up the Bayley buddies, and you were like, "Fuck, Bayley's gonna come back." Yeah.
It's funny. Little ventilated fans set up all on the stage side. Oh, yeah. Like, that's not pyro.
But yeah, man. What was
so?
Oh God! Shut up!
Oh Jesus! So up next, we got a very interesting promo of Chelsea Green standing in a will look like a junkyard, maybe like just something WWE set up, not a full junkyard. talking about Michin being trash and all of these garbage puns and stuff like that.
Having to fight
and-
Michin on her home turf,
On
I
her
thought
home
was
turf,
really
yep.
funny.
Yeah. Those who don't know, last week, Chelsea Green gave the unpretty her to Michin on a trash can, and abuse defender Vicky Guerrero backstage said that she wanted a dumpster match between the two. So it looks like that's set for 2 weeks in Nashville, Tennessee. And then immediately after that, we got the graphic for Carmelo and Andrade 6, which looks like now it's to be a best of 7 series, since they're actually saying that Andrade leads the series 3-2.
It was you know what? I think they're pussies for doing it that way, but it's all right. Just hid the fact that it was a best of 7 so that you wouldn't scare away the little bitch people who are scared of 7 matches. But I feel like you're just gonna get them complaining anyway. They're just gonna be like, "What, are they wrestling again?" Yeah. So you might as well just advertise it as a best of 7. You cowards.
All in.
So next we got. So this is pretty interesting. So Michael Cole running down the card for Bad Blood and just talking about WWE going to USA and Raw going to Netflix and all
what
this.
the fuck?
And he
We
gets up
lost
and he-
Mac.
Oh, dude, shit.
We lost Mac. You know, one of the interesting Bad Blood trivia bits, the upcoming Bad Blood pay-per-view that's on October 5th, 27 years to the date of the first Bad Blood in 97.
I'm back.
Is it?
Sorry, guys.
Yep.
Nice. I didn't know. Oh, hello, Mac. We miss you.
So what I was saying was Michael Cole got up and starts jumping around, getting hyped about Bad Blood, about Raw, about SmackDown, and about being on USA, and he gets up and he starts jumping around, and his watch starts beeping, and it said fall alert. His watch thought he had a catastrophic fall and needed medical attention. His Apple Watch was saying, "You have fallen. Do you need an ambulance?"
He got his fucking life alert on.
Yeah, he's gonna man's unhinged. I love it.
He's great. He's having fun. That's that Pat McAfee effect.
Exactly. He was around Pat McAfee too long.
Yeah.
But this is what happens when you don't have Vince yelling in your ear 24/7 anymore. Or
Corey
Kevin Dunn.
Graves is too boring for Michael Cole. He's like, get up, do something. I miss Pat McAfee so much.
I will give Corey some credit though. Earlier in the first match, when it was LA Knight against Andrade. He made a Dr. Manhattan reference. He made a Dr. Manhattan reference. I was like, oh, look at this. Like, I appreciate that. I like that. Because of the blue lights, he said Andrade looked like he was Dr. Manhattan. I was like, oh, look at that. I wonder how many people got that reference.
Actually, it is.
All right.
Did we have anything left?
Oh yeah. No, that was it.
Yeah, I think that was the end.
Yeah.
Very
the main
nice.
event was
Very
next.
nice. Yeah. Very regular episode of SmackDown. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too horrible. But things.
But we got a movie. We got a movie out of it.
Exactly.
We did get this segment. This was, if you didn't see anything tonight on SmackDown, except for this recap, then go watch this one segment, and then you'll be fine. You've got all the important things for this week's SmackDown. But yeah, man, I guess that brings us to our favorite segments of the night. Someone deleted the fucking SmackDown, the SmackDown jobber. Here we go.
Oh, no, where'd they go? Oh, there it is.
Hello, jobber of the night. I'm gonna go ahead and I guess I'll go first. I'll go ahead and get rid of this. But excuse me.
I think this is the megastar of the night for SmackDown's missing in the overlay section, John.
I got it. You know what it is? I had to change it
for
the to put the fucking logos. But yeah, jobber of the night segment. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to LA Knight. Stop doing that shit. Get down. He fucking had a whole ass great match, and then it's all right. It happens. Stop doing it. It's fine.
The best of us.
Mac? DIY.
DIY is just, man, they tag titles, they lose them 2 weeks later, they're off of TV, they run in, they get beat down, they get forgotten about, they come out tonight to save Owens, they get no pop, and then they're going to the main event, and they get completely killed, and then they run out at the end of the night and get completely killed again. How are you gonna... the crowd killed them and the bloodline killed them twice. Like how does that happen?
Double homicide.
Man, I love Gargano and Ciampa so much because of what they did in NXT, like 2018, 2019. But man, I don't know, man. I don't think they're ever going to click on the main roster. You know, like
you don't click when they book you like shit. It's not their fault.
Yeah, no, I know. But here's the thing. I think that they've been booked so bad. They've been cooked. They've been booked so bad. They're never going to recover from this. It's going to take a lot if they do, because they got no reaction tonight. Literally, the beginning of their song goes, "We are DIY," and even after that, the crowd was like, "Oh, really? Oh shit."
You know,
boo! Where's Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin? Boo! Where's Phoenix and Pentagon? Boo!
Yep.
I don't know that even. I hope that they pay Phoenix and Pentagon so much that they have to use them significantly, because otherwise, as we've seen tag teams on WWE TV today, they don't particularly give a fuck about tag team wrestling at all. So I mean, we talked about this before when DIY had the titles and everybody thought, wow, they put the belts on a fucking good team, and they took them right off. They don't care. Who's the champions right now? The Bloodline. When was the fucking last time they were involved in a tag team championship feud?
Not at all. Said tag team wrestling is going to recover once Triple H is in charge. Where? It's like, yes, he was a big like JCP Jim Crockett promotion fan, but that doesn't mean he's going to be booking tag teams left and right.
Yeah,
he's not good. It's not a good mindset. He's got the Vince mindset that tag teams aren't a draw. But it's like, of course, you didn't fucking make any. You said, oh, well, they aren't gonna draw because you didn't use any in any fucking significant fucking stories or anything like that. You did. You. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. You dumb big nose bitch.
The guy who had to main event with Shawn Michaels for tag team main events is gonna be not booking any other teams.
It's all right. That's why I said
that's just classic WWE. They don't care about the tag team division until they take two superstars and mash them together. You know, a Rock and Mankind.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's why I said I hope they pay them. I hope they pay Penta and Phoenix so much that you just have to, like, well, we paid them this much, so you have to put them on TV. And they are a big act, and Pentagon refuses to do stuff without his brother, which is why he's got a ceiling as a singles wrestler. So, like, I imagine that's gonna be a big infusion of significance in the tag team division, but it ain't gonna happen before then. So have fun.
You know what's funny? It's funny.
Contract.
A couple weeks ago, I was watching like some like random matches on YouTube. A kid had a channel, and there was a Rob Van Dam versus Rock Hardcore Championship match from 2001 SmackDown, and The Rock came out with a tag team title. And I was like, oh, it's either going to be Mankind or Undertaker. Let me look on IM. When the fuck was he tag team champions with Chris Jericho?
Yeah.
So there you go. That tells you, like, back in 2001, they didn't even give a shit about the title.
Right.
2001 to 2000, let's say 5, Cena started, getting LOL Cena wins is my fucking jam, And those tag team titles were worthless back then. You had the Dudleys and shit, but it was the Dudleys, Hardys, Edge and Christian. And then after that, it was like Spike Dudley and Taz. Like, really, dude? Come on, get out of here.
It was never good for that. But
no.
Listen, we got to move on. Who's left? Nick, did you give us your job of the night?
I gotta say, and as someone who is of Italian and Sicilian descent, I gotta throw out there all of the wrestlers tonight who are of Italian and Sicilian descent. You had DIY getting absolutely obliterated. Then you had, of course, Giovanni Vinci not getting anything. So yeah, all of my people just got absolutely wrecked on this episode. So big womp womp. Y'all are supposed to be angry, aggressive, street fighting brawlers. What happened?
Is your jobber of the night all Italians?
Oh shit!
I can say that. I am one of them.
He's the only one who can.
Yeah, I can go with the Irish, but Finley and Sheamus weren't there, so
I don't think there's any Puerto Ricans on the show anymore. What do we have left? Damian Priest is on Raw.
Zelina Vega's on Raw. Yeah,
Zelina Vega's on Raw. This is racism.
Carlito's on Raw.
Carlito's on Raw. Everyone's on Raw.
I mean, well, Jacob Fatu kind of looks like a crazy Dominican, so
we can.
Who's your jobber, Alex?
My jobber is Tiffany Stratton. She was absolutely awful. She set up her own downfall, and then the bump she took, and then she rolled from like one side of the ring to the other to get out of the ring to set up that double pin. It was so bad. I'm like, it's like when you kill somebody in a video game and they roll off the entire screen because the graphics just is a graphical glitch and they just roll and then disappear. Just go back and watch it. She rolls like the entire freaking ring and then falls out like, oh my god! and then they set up Nia for that double pin. It was awful.
That's excellent. So that's us. That's the jobber of the night, and that brings us to our Megastar of the Night segment. Megastar. Bang.
Megastar.
We'll start with Alex because we ended with Alex. What'd you think?
You see who's behind me? I gotta give it to my man KO. My man KO, just like you guys mentioned already, he came out to fight, right? Because that's what Kevin Owens does. He fights. So even when DIY proved that they were fucking worthless, he was still fighting. He's fighting. He's just fighting because no matter what, and even though he wants to smack Cody in the face with this chair, even at the end of it all this fighting where he could have just given up, he's setting himself up for the big payoff at the pay-per-view. Stand by. That's my Megastar of the night.
Nicholas.
You know what? I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? I mean, come on, Tama Tonga, that's the GOAT right there. But you know what? If I had to pick someone beyond just the Mike Master, because that's too obvious, I'll go with his compatriot. I gotta go with the GOAT himself, Jacob freaking Fatu. Like, the way that guy comes out, doesn't say a single thing, and yet steals the scene, steals the show. Guy literally just has to walk out there with the flames in the background and his boys to his side, and he is just going to be the guy that you say, oh yeah, that's the monster. Oh yeah, that's going to be the guy who's going to become like the big star of this whole thing. So yeah, Jacob Fatu, gotta go with him once again.
I love you, Solo!
Exactly.
Mac.
I am going to go with, I was about to say El Idolo, but he's just Andrade now. I think he was my megastar last week too. I love Andrade, man. I think, creatively stifled in AEW, a little bit of a nuisance backstage. But when you just isolate his in-ring work, I just love him, man. I don't like the typical spots that he goes for. Like, when he's going for the moonsault, he's going to land on his feet, hit the other moonsault, but I mean, everybody has their tropes. John Cena had the throwback into the 5-knuckle shuffle. He had the 3 shoulder blocks, and it didn't take away from matches. So I'm willing to overlook it. But man, that elbow gets me every single time. That thing looks like it's stiffed, and it busted open LA Knight's eyebrow tonight. So, I love how snug he is, for better or worse, whether he hits you or not. It kind of reminds me of Rob Van Dam, where there was a thing backstage where a wrestler walked by Mark Henry, and Mark Henry said, "Hey, who you wrestling tonight?" And the guy goes, "RVD." And he goes, "Oh man, put your motherfucking hands up." So he kind of reminds me of a snug wrestler like RVD, and just when he gets in the ring, I just love him. And I a little bit tired of the Carmelo match because it's a little bit more of the same, just with a couple of different variations during the match, but I'm looking forward to it nonetheless. So El Idolo Andrade gets my megastar of the night.
Nice.
All right. Very nice. All right. My megastar of the night is going to be WWE's production crew. Whoever the fuck made that damn Roman Reigns Cody Rhodes segment, I'm not sure who to give credit to. I don't know who's their director anymore.
How funny would it be if it was AI?
I doubt it because it had soul, so you could. But I know there's a guy. There's a dude who took over from Kevin Dunn. I forgot his fucking name, but he's really good. He's the guy who's been implementing all these different changes and this stuff that the one shot thing that they do every week and the little bits of realism, the announcer names on the bottom, the credits at the end of the show now. Things like that kind of make it feel more like the TV show that it is.
Lee Fitting, John.
Lee Fitting, thank you. Fuck, I knew it was something like that.
Yeah, his name was right under some guy named Jean Paul Levesque.
Some fucking foolish French man.
Some Frenchman.
No, he was he was head of media and production in ESPN.
Oh shit! Well, damn.
Background ready to go for sports.
Well, that's Nick Khan. Nick Khan is a heavy hitter. He's a big player before he ever came to WWE. So people like him know exactly who to bring in to change television productions and make shift shit into another gear. I like that guy. He scares me a little bit. I feel like he has a little bit more power than a television person should have. These guys, Nick Khan and Triple H, and they show up at all these important places. Like, how the fuck are you there? Like, you run a wrestling company. Like, why are you at the death of the Rothschild grandpa? Like, what the fuck? Like, you people scare me.
Remember too, Nick Khan was even present at WrestleMania 9 as an usher.
He knew he was scoping out the company he would eventually take over. But that's us, man. This is Dirt Sheet Radio. We're on all the time because we do this shit. If you liked us tonight, join us again on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, on Thursday, on Friday again. Thursday fucking nights in the middle of the night, we like to do a news show. We tape it live for the sickos who are at work overnight, and then you can watch it if you wake up like a normal person in the morning on demand on YouTube. Nick, myself, and Greg talking about the last 7 days of professional wrestling news and rumors and whatever the fuck we want to talk about, because who's going to tell us any differently?
They've tried. We just talk about whatever we want.
They've tried. You also get CJ and Tyler's NXT Level Up Adventure every Sunday, which is going to be rebranded.
They should just read. I'm not letting that one go.
Nick, we're going to have our heads like that in the middle of a Spring Stampede logo, so get ready.
Sir.
Someday when you motherfuckers actually make the logo. But
I'll make it. I'll make it. I'm going to make it tonight, Nick.
Are you actually?
Tonight, yeah, because I got nothing.
You'd have to send him a picture of your head before he chooses it for you.
Oh, no, I'm going to choose it for him.
Oh, okay. I guess so. Make it a good one, please.
We also got the 3NT Wrestling Show. I don't think they'll have one this Sunday because it's Danny Ocean's birthday. But
happy birthday, Danny Ocean. Enjoy your new vodka.
DJ Danny Ocean.
Where's that man?
Water, right?
Danny Ocean Water. That's right. He's got a new line of alcohol out. Some liquor for you liquor peoples. Danny Ocean's Ocean Water. You can request it.
North Carolina.
Right now, it's in North Carolina.
In the Mid-Atlantics. All the Crockett's are enjoying it.
I'd like to thank everyone for joining us. I love you all. Please take my kisses on the forehead, personal space. But I love you anyway.